Hey, what's up, guys? Those parts that were showing in New York that I mentioned in my last video, they turned out not to be your spare parts. Those are still somewhere between here and oh my God, why are my partners in Russia? So hopefully they will move pretty soon, but they haven't moved since, well, it doesn't show that they've moved since the 23rd of January. Anyway, I will show you what did come because it's pretty cool. A while ago, Ruslan told me that he had a bunch of these buttstocks that he couldn't sell on eBay. Apparently, they dinged him for some policy guidelines that he'd crossed or some BS like that. Anyway, he said, "Do you want these?" And I'm like, well, not really, but you got to help your partners out. So I ate these, and they actually look really cool on the guns. Now you have an adjustable cheek rest on it. And I was looking at these things, not that this is going to matter for this platform, but these stocks are actually recoil reducing stocks. There's a spring on this pivot in here that goes into your adjustment holes on the buffer tube, but that whole thing is mounted on a spring, so when a gun recoils, the whole stock moves back or forward, however you're looking at it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be offering those. I've just got a very few of them. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to keep one of them for myself. But this gun, I finished it Friday and it is all ready to go, just waiting for a new home. A lot of you guys have been asking about accessories. I'm waiting on some tools, but I made my first usable part on the lathe. Now what this is, it's a bushing, and it's going to go on the barrel like so. This is a 700 millimeter barrel, and what I'm going to do is make a fiberglass shroud out of it, and that just takes up the slack between it and the barrel. And I need to make a cap for the end and then cut that tube to length. So that ought to be pretty neat. We'll get some velocities on that. A bunch of you guys have been asking for more velocity readings. And that makes me think of something. I was on YouTube yesterday when I got home from the camping trip. Got a funny story about that too in just a minute. And I don't get comments on older videos for some reason. I don't know what rhyme or reason there is to that, but I will not see them unless I actually go into my YouTube Creator Studio and look at comments. Well, I went in there because I wanted to look at these last few comments that I had with this guy. We were talking about different projects and whatnot, and somebody emailed me and they were wanting to do the same project, so I was going to try to link these two guys up. Anyway, I went in there and I couldn't see any of that discussion, so I'm like, well, what gives, and I went down a little bit further and I saw comments that I'd missed on older videos. So if you guys comment on my older videos, chances are I'm not going to see it, and that goes the same for the classified videos that I do. You might not get a notification if you reply to somebody on that, so you're probably just going to have to go back and keep checking those to see what's available, because the last classified video I didn't realize it, but there were several people offering things on there. So you guys, if you're looking for something, you might want to go check that again and somebody was wanting a blackbird. I know two people who have blackbirds for sale right now. If you're interested, I'll try to help you out with getting one of those from them. I saw in my comments when I went into YouTube Studio, I went to the comments section. I saw where somebody had said, "Hey, I don't think you're getting my emails. I check and make sure it's not in your spam folder." And I hadn't even seen that comment, and that was like 3 weeks old. So I went to my email account, and lo and behold, I saw his comment or his emails in my spam account. So I wasn't being able to get in touch with that guy two ways. I don't know if he contacted me through another email address or not. It gets confusing when you're dealing with just like email addresses and not being able to put a face with a name. So the long and the short of it is, if you leave a comment and I don't respond to it, it's not because I'm being a butthole. More than likely I didn't see your comment, and I'm gonna have to start checking those comments in my Creator Studio more often, and I'm gonna have to start checking my spam folder and email more often too. Now about that stupid story. We were at one of these Dutch oven gatherings that I go to where everybody does a big potluck and cooks in Dutch ovens. Well, at the big meal, what they do is they have a raffle and they'll give away things. And last year, we were at Andrew Jackson State Park, which is where we were last weekend. Last year, we won a Dutch oven stand, which was cool. I didn't have a Dutch oven at the time, but we since got one. That was our first time meeting up with those people. And this time, I won a Dutch oven. Yay! And the funny thing was, I looked in the bag with it. It was a Dutch oven in a big ladle. I looked at the name card, and the guy who had donated it, his name was Jason Lawson. Thought that was pretty strange. So, I've got a bunch of tools on order to where I'll be able to finish up with this these shroud mods. So we'll just see how that turns out, and I'll probably offer those. I'm really interested to see what it looks like with the shorter 400 millimeter barrels, but we ought to be able to cover, the 400 all the way up to the 700 millimeter barrel. And guys, bear with me, it's a really new platform. It's just a few months old basically, so there's not really a whole lot of accessories for it other than the interchangeability with AR-15 parts as far as the hand grip and buttstock and whatever you want to put on the top rail. I don't really sell optics or anything like that. I just basically sell the gun, and then it's kind of like yours to customize however you would like to do so. But that being said, we are going to do different modules for it eventually. We just have to get everything moving efficiently. So I'll be in touch pretty soon about that shroud and give you guys a velocity test with the 700 millimeter barrel. But until then, later.